over yesterday and picked.
Hey everybody, we just wanted to attach these couple of clips that got forgotten about, and the homeowner was nice enough to send me some footage to help explain what actually happened to this house and the whole process. Just some clips, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Again, thanks for tuning in to Conquer with the Hosses. See you soon.
Whew. Okay, everybody, there it is, all done. On this particular floor, we just did a tapered sill to a drain right there. Now the homeowner is going to dig all this out, new asphalt or concrete driveway. All right, we'll get this door closed up and head back to the shop. Okay, home stretch on this floor. We put a control cut down the middle. That way we don't have to come back and saw cut. This is a workshop area, so a tool cut looks a little bit nicer than zip strips. Zip strips are not perfectly straight most of the time, and this always looks good when we do that. So we elected to do it there. We did one cut coming off of that sump pit, and then just cut the floor in half. We have a divider here, and we did relief on that back corner there. So we're making our way out the door. We'll be out of here in minutes. I'll show you when I'm done. Picked up this used building, so it's all in pieces. We're laying it out, getting it all sorted. These are the rafters. These are the ties that we're all tying the rafters together. So we got one up, our first one. That was quite tricky. I should have videoed that. So we quickly realized it's way too high. So Tommy went and got a lift. He just pulled back in, so a lift will make that a lot easier. We screwed the second rafter together when it was laying down. One rope, pulled it up. So that's just there, and now we'll use our spacers, holding it over and start separating it. There's about a 4-foot gap, 4 or 5 foot gap in between each one. We Tapconned a new womanized plate down to my blocking, and then we just used the old boards as spacers, just trying to put it back together the way it was. This is a 2 or 3 year building for me. That's it. And we'll decide, okay, do we need a permanent building here, or I don't know. But this will be nice. You can see the trucks are going to fit in here real nice. We can even raise the beds if they show up, you know, with some snow in them or whatever, and just let them dry out. We can put machinery. We can get trucks up front. We can get a lot of stuff under cover here. So here we are with the lift. We'll get that unloaded and get some of this video going. Okay, boy, was that fun. We got all the rafters in place. Most of the bracing in. We have a little bit more to do up front. We started doing some diagonals. I wanted to see how this peak looked. What do you think, Steve? They pretty good? You shift me over a bump? Oh, number 3's out. It's not bad. Number 3's out about 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, it's over that way. How old are these trusses? 65 years. All right. Okay. A little bit of bracing tomorrow, we'll get the canopy on.
Fun stuff.
Yeah. Start backing stuff in, keep it nice and dry all winter. What's up?
This is huge.
All that goes in here. So we're getting set up to put up the first tarp. Now this is something my dad's adding just as a little insurance policy. It's going to help us get our bigger full tarp over top of those. So it's a 30 by 50. Let's hope this goes smooth. Okay, I bought this tarp this morning. I thought if we put that up, that was nice and light, that was easy. Now our heavy tarp, I thought would slide on that easier, trying to pull over that. So we're feeding these tubes through these outlets here, and then we'll tie ropes to it. A guy or maybe a machine over there, huh? I'm pulling it. All right, we'll get this set up. Nice heavy duty tarp, that's gonna look good. All right. I can barely push this pipe. How are we picking this thing up?
Go back a little bit, maybe. Good. Hold up. All right. Pipe's getting shorter, so. Good.
There we go. Those buckles were catching on our framing, so we just had to keep pushing it up, getting it over those. Now they get ratchet strapped together, like woven together, and we have a whole back panel that goes up here now to block off all the wind. So we'll go ahead and get that a little bit further. We're going to be so much quicker doing this the second time. This is really coming together nice. So now we have ratchet straps that get attached to our concrete wall, and they go around the pipe that goes through here like the other side. Ratchet strap it down, make it nice and tight. That'll look good. Now we can put all of our stuff in here and it doesn't look so bad from these people's backyard, which have never ever ever said a word to me. Before we lose that. Okay. Come on. Butterfingers. Pick it up a little bit. Pick it up. More. All right, forward. Okay, there it is, my new woodshed slash equipment shed. Just a couple things to do yet. I ran out of turnbuckles. We need to attach this to cinch off the front. We need to get this corner up ever so slightly and this corner down ever so slightly. So we just have to make that correction. And I'm going to let it just kind of set by itself and see if it doesn't sort of creep that way with some wind. Okay, here we go. Just trying to let things warm up a little bit. Just in case it doesn't start, I'll keep it up a little bit so I can get jumper cables on the battery. But it's been a while since we've had that happen. But that's what I'm doing. I have about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet between the machine and the wall, just in case. I could spin it around and put tight to the wall. Yeah, then I can fit more in here. Good idea. Now if it doesn't start, I can get jumper cables on it. Alright, 1, 2, 3 right here. Excavators, dump truck. That lift will only be here another day or so. I was just trying to see what could fit in here. I have 3 skid loaders, 1, 2, 3 excavators. We're about halfway full. So I could maybe fit the power buggies right here, and then we could back 2 of our work trucks in this side. We'll figure all that out. I'm so happy getting all that under cover. Now I'm thinking, could we build a loft up there? It might be kind of hard to get to. As I'm cutting lumber, I want to be able to put that somewhere in here. So maybe a nice loft over the truck area, keeping this side open for the excavators. We need some height there. So just a thought, and that's going to be it for today. This project is a wrap. Well, almost a wrap. You know how it goes. We're never done. See you tomorrow. It's late Sunday morning, early afternoon. Just heading up here. I'm actually working in the wood shop today, but I wanted to come down and just see how this was working out. This is the first little bit of snow we got since I got this up. So we got not all the equipment, but we got a lot of it in here. Steve's truck, Tommy's truck. You can see we get a little bit of snow on the hoods. And of course I could back them up more, but I'm trying to save this spot and get a feel for how much area I have back here. So no new snow in the bed. This was from the other day. So now when we can take these out to work, we don't have to dig a bunch of snow out of the back. Excuse me. All the skid loaders lined up here. I got all the service work done on these. I still have to do the 303.5 and the 226. So I might get a little bit of footage on that. Just simple oil changes, filters, greasing, cleaning, checking the belts, checking for mice. I always put mothballs. Oh, I don't know if I videoed any of that. I always put mothballs in these machines when they sit here, along with some of the little blocks of mouse killer. They get in there and nibbling on that, hopefully before they start nibbling on the wiring harnesses and everything. So we have a lot of headroom here. So I am thinking I can save this area back here for my rough cut lumber storage. You know, man, that's got to be enough room, right? So I can do a couple things here, and this is a work in progress here. I'm just figuring this all out. If I come out about 8 or 10 feet with a structure, maybe I can get a few stacks. We got a lot of headroom here that we're not using. Before I get it filled up too much, maybe I want to build something. So I'm heading up into the wood shop now to start a project. I think you'll like it. Come on upstairs. And it's quite warmer up there too. Sawmill, get ready. So I have a power buggy there, and we have 2 over on trailers. So hopefully I can get those tucked in, you know, maybe behind Tommy's truck. I had the 306 right here. So everything gets jammed in here pretty good, but we don't really need anything out. At most I need a skid loader, so I can pull that right out. Where did I set my coffee at? Okay, man, what a nice day. Kind of chilly, but once you get a layer of snow, everything looks nice and clean. You don't see all my garbage laying here. Not garbage, stuff. All right, Christmas decorations are almost coming down. We'll get those machines in the garage, and I have to get those serviced as well. The 302, I'll check it out, but we only put a couple hours on that, and it had a fresh oil change whenever I bought it this year. All right, here we go. Finishing up the 6. I was having a problem. This grease fitting wouldn't take grease. So I took it out, cleaned it, and I changed it. I couldn't get the coupling to seal around the Zerk fitting. So I just changed it, and you can see it's spitting out grease up here now. So it's working much better. You get those stubborn ones that you just don't want to forget about. Excuse me. And this is a pretty important pivot point there. Once that wears out, that's a hard one to change as well as expensive. So just working on the final drives here. One of my videos, I referred to this as the motor. Yeah, I get talking and doing stuff. This is the final drive gear assembly. The motor, of course, is under there somewhere, the hydraulic motor. I'm sorry. It's all in there, and the valve controls and everything. So, all right, wood shop. And there's my coffee. So I know my garage looked like a mess, but there is a method to my madness here. All my little stuff that needs repaired, I kind of just pile back here on this, behind this table. Working on this, I believe we ended up putting regular gas in this 2-cycle engine. It runs, but there's just no power. I took it apart and cleaned the carburetor, didn't change a thing. Made sure the air filter was clean, just did some service, new spark plug, just trying everything I could. So this is a Stihl BR800. So now I'm checking pricing. Do I scrap it and just put it on the shelf for spare parts, or can I replace this motor? If I rebuild it, how long will it last? So it's one of those things I just want to do a little bit of research. I'm looking for advice from any of the viewers out there that work on small engines. Is it worth a new piston and rings, or is the cylinder scarred? Is the crankshaft scarred, and it's only going to last, you know, three or four uses, and then it shuts down again? So I'm going to go ahead and price a new engine, rebuild engine, whatever, and I think this was about, and I'm guessing it was a while ago, you know, a $600 or $700 leaf blower. It's the biggest one of the biggest ones they make. So I hate to just throw it away. Looking for some input. What do you think? Rebuild it? Scrap it. Chop saw just needs touched up. Heater needs cleaned. Tamper's done. So now this can go downstairs. And this is all my oils I'm using for the machine. So it tidies up in here real quick. We just finished up a little woodworking project up here. Excuse me, I'll get cleaned up in here and show you what I'm doing.